Today I will start AC breeze. So in last class we had discussed measurement of resistance using Wheatstone bridge, Kelvin double bridge, and using different type of method. So for the measurement of resistance we are using DC bridge because the supply voltage is DC. Okay, now we are going we want to study the measurement of capacitance and inductor. So for the measurement of capacitance and inductor we used a AC bridge. That means the supply in the bridge is in nature of sinusoidal. Okay, so first of all we have to study about the AC bridge and their element, how the galvanometer, which type of galvanometer used in case of AC bridge. So AC bridge is used for the measurement of electrical quantity, for example measurement of inductance, capacitance, storage factor, loss factor, etc. Okay, so AC bridge is application of Wheatstone bridge and it contains four arms of impedance. Battery is replaced by AC source and galvanometer used as a detector for a sensitive detector to detect a small alternative current. Okay, so now you can say that for the measurement of inductance, capacitance, or for the measurement of sometimes frequency and storage factor, loss factor, we used AC bridge. Okay, and AC bridge is a modification of, you can say, your modification of Wheatstone bridge. So if you compare Wheatstone bridge with the AC bridge, so Wheatstone as compared with the Wheatstone bridge, in AC bridge there is a four arms. For example, in Wheatstone bridge we have only arm resistance, but in the AC bridge we have a combination of resistance plus inductor, resistance plus capacitor, inductor, capacitor. So you say that the four arm of impedance, that is a combination of either resistance resistance plus capacitor, resistance plus inductor. Okay, and battery is replaced by the AC source. Okay, battery is replaced by the AC source, and now galvanometer is used to detect a small alternative current. Okay, so first a source and detector. For measurement of low frequency, the power line may act as a source of supply to the bridge of circuit, and for the higher frequency, electronic oscillator are universally used for the bridge source application. So now for the low frequency measurement, that means for a low frequency measurement we are generally use a general source of supply, that is 230 volt of AC, that is available in our domestic appliance, domestic supply. Okay, and for the higher frequency of application, electronic oscillator are used as a source of AC bridge. Okay, I am audible to everyone?
Yes,
Hello.
sir.
Yes. Now, galvanometer, in the AC bridge, we are using different type of detector, or you can say galvanometer for finding the null point. That means to finding a small alternative current, or you can say that no alternative current. First, you have used headphone. That means for frequency range from 250 to 4 kilohertz, we are using a headphone. That means we are using one type of speaker when there is no current, so at that condition there is no sound from the headphone. When any current flowing through the galvanometer, then there is a one sound created using the headphone. Uh, and when there is no sound or minimum sound, then you can say that the bridge is balanced. Okay. And second, you are second things you are using vibrational galvanometer. A vibrational galvanometer. Uh, when there is no current flowing through the galvanometer, there is no vibration. And for the when there is a small current through the galvanometer, so galvanometer is the parameter, that means the part of the galvanometer is vibrating, that indicates there is some small current flowing through the galvanometer. And third one is the tunable amplifier detector. Tunable amplifier detector used for the frequency range of 10 to 10 kilohertz. That means we are using different type of galvanometer, or you can say detector, to find out the null point in the AC bridge. The galvanometer are categorized on the basis of application of frequency. That means for low frequency range we are using vibrational galvanometer, and from 250 hertz to 4 kilohertz we are using headphone, and for 10 to 1000 kilohertz frequency range we are using tunable amplifier detector. Okay, so for the measurement of inductance and capacitance, there are so many bridges. For example, Maxwell's inductance bridge, Maxwell's bridge, then Wien bridge. For measurement of capacitance, there is a Dessauty bridge, sharing bridge. So and all the bridges are very important from the date point of view. So because from the measurement topic, there is frequently question that comes from the AC bridge. Okay, so first, hello. So first we have to find out the expression for a bridge, for general expression of the bridge element. Okay, we are this bridge is not used for any measurement. It's the general construction of any bridge. So suppose we have four arms having the impedance Z1, Z2, Z3, and Z4, and through branch through impedance Z1, I1 current is flowing, and through Z2 I2 current, and through Z3 I3 current, and through I4, suppose through Z4 I4 current is flowing, and there is one detector, or you can say it is one type of galvanometer. So you know, when there is no current flowing through the detector, then voltage across AB terminal, that means E1, and voltage across AD terminal, that means E2, is equal to E1 is equal to E2, because at that condition B terminal and there is across the B terminal and D terminal there is no current flowing through this branch. So voltage drop across AB terminal and is equal to voltage drop across AD terminal. That means E1 is equal to E2. Then you can say that E1 is equal to I1 into Z1, and E2 is equal to I2 into Z2. That means at the null point or at the balance condition, I1 Z1 is equal to I2 Z2. Again, when the bridge is balanced, so I1 is equal to I3 and I2 is equal to I4. So I1 is equal to I3 is equal to applied EMF E divided by Z1 plus Z3, and I2 plus I4 is equal to applied EMF E divided by just wait. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hello. Okay. So that means I1 is equal to I3 is equal to E by Z1 plus Z2, and I2 is equal to I4 is equal to E by Z2 plus Z4. So now if you put the value of I1 and I2 in the equation number 1, then you can say that E into Z1 divided by Z1 plus Z3 is equal to E into Z2 plus Z4 into Z2. So if you solve this equation, then you can say that Z1 plus Z2 Z4 is equal to Z2 into Z3. So you have to remember this expression at any bridge, in any bridge at balanced condition. That means the product of, hello, hello, that means the
Yes.
product of Z1 into Z4 is equal to Z2 into Z3. It's valid for any AC bridge. Z1 is equal to Z4 is equal to Z1 into Z4 is equal to Z2 into Z3. So how they relate the Z1 and Z4? That means the impedance of opposite arms, product of impedance of opposite arms must be equal at balance condition. That means Z1 into Z4 is equal to Z2 into Z4 is the general expression for any AC bridge. AC bridge. Okay, if you want to find out the expression in terms of impedance, admittance, then you can say that Y1 into Y4 is equal to Y2 into Y3 is a general expression for any bridge. So if you can find out the impedance of each branch, then you have at balance condition, you can directly write down Z1 into Z4 is equal to Z2 into Z3, and you can find out the expression for unknown inductance or any capacitance. Now you know the impedance Z1, Z2, Z3 either is a combination of resistance plus capacitor or resistance plus inductor, or you can say inductor or capacitor, anything. So they have Z1 and Z2 have their magnitude and their angle, phase angle. So you can say that if you put in the polar form, then you can say that magnitude of Z1 into magnitude of Z4 is equal to modulus of Z2 into modulus of Z3, and their phase angle, that means theta 1 plus theta 4 is equal to theta 2 plus theta 3. So using those expression, you can derive the you can derive the expression for any bridge. You can say that Maxwell's inductance bridge, capacitance, de Sauty bridge. So these rules are always applicable in any AC bridge. Just you have to remember the expression. That means you have to find out the Z1, Z2, Z3, Z4, and simply you can write down at a balance condition Z1 into Z4 is equal to Z2 into Z4. Any doubt? Any doubt? Hello. Now, first, measurement of self inductance. So you know, suppose we have one inductor, so they have a self impedance. If two inductors are placed to each other, so there is one inductance is known as mutual inductance. So for the measurement of self inductance, that means L, and we denote mutual inductance by M. So first of all, tell me what is the expression of inductance? Hello. What is the expression of inductance? Suppose number of turns is L, area of cross section area of cross section of coil is equal to A, and length of the turns is equal to L, permeability is mu. And what is the expression for self inductance? Hello, I think. Hello. What is the expression of self inductance? Hello.
Yes, sir.
What is the expression of self inductance? क्या होता है सेल्फ इंडक्टेंस का फॉर्मूला? हेलो, बताओ.
Sir,
हेलो.
V dt by di.
नो नो, सिंपल सपोज एक तुम्हारे पास इंडक्टर है, दैट मींस एक कॉइल है जिसका एरिया ऑफ क्रॉस सेक्शन ए है, लेंथ ऑफ द कॉइल एल है, और यू कैन लेंथ ऑफ नंबर ऑफ टर्न्स एन है, तो उसका एक्सप्रेशन क्या होगा? परमेबिलिटी म्यू है. हेलो.
Sir, n square mu A by L.
कितना होगा?
Sir, n square mu A by L.
यस. सपोज दैट मीन्स एल इज इक्वल टू होगा म्यू नॉट इंटू एन स्क्वायर बाय ए इंटू एल. जस्ट वेट. एंड व्हाट, सपोज दो इंडक्टर है L1 एंड L2, तो म्यूचुअल इंडक्टेंस का फॉर्मूला क्या होगा? L इज इक्वल टू म्यू नॉट इंटू एन स्क्वायर इंटू ए बाय एल. म्यू नॉट क्या होता है? मैग्नेटिक परमिबिलिटी ऑफ कोर. एन स्क्वायर, एन व्हाट इज एन? नंबर ऑफ टर्न्स. ए इज एरिया ऑफ क्रॉस सेक्शन, एंड एल जो है, व्हाट इज एल? व्हाट इज एल?
Sir, inductance.
ये देखो यहाँ पे फॉर्मूला दिया हुआ है, एल इज अ लेंथ, एवरेज
Length
लेंथ
of
ऑफ द कॉइल, लेंथ ऑफ कॉइल. सो सपोज ये तुम्हारा एक कंस्ट्रक्शन फॉर्मूला है, एन स्क्वायर इंटू म्यू इंटू ए बाय एल. सो जब हम लोग इसको डिजाइन करते हैं तो सिंपली हम लोग एक इंसुलेटर या एक एयर कोर पर कॉपर का वायर को वुंड करते हैं, एक कॉइल बनाते हैं, तो इसका इंडक्टेंस निकालते हैं. ठीक है. व्हाट इज द फॉर्मूला ऑफ म्यूचुअल इंडक्टेंस? What is the formula of mutual inductance? जल्दी बताओ. सपोज दो कॉइल है L1 L2, तो उसके बीच में म्यूचुअल इंडक्टेंस का फॉर्मूला क्या होगा?
mu n1 n2 al by a by n.
फिर से बोलो.
mu n1 n2 a by l.
म्यू n1 n2 l by नहीं, ये फॉर्मूला होता है, वो भी होता है m इक्वल टू k इंटू रूट अंडर L1 इंटू L2. व्हाट इज k? व्हाट इज k? k is called coefficient of coupling. Okay. So there is a two types of inductance that you have to be measured using the bridge. So first, measurement of self inductance. So for the measurement of self inductance, first method for the measurement of self inductance is Maxwell's inductance bridge. Okay. So in the Maxwell's inductance bridge, suppose we have connected an unknown, suppose L1 is the unknown inductance with their resistance is R1, and L2 is a variable inductance with a fixed resistance R2. R2 is the variable resistance connected in series with the L2, and R3 and R4 are non-inductive resistance. Okay, तो देखो यहाँ पे सपोज L1 जो है अननोन इंडक्टेंस है जिसको मेजर करना है यूजिंग मैक्सवेल ब्रिज। तो ये मैक्सवेल ब्रिज का सर्किट डायग्राम है। सो सपोज L1 जो है अननोन एक कॉइल का सेल्फ इंडक्टेंस है जिसको मेजर करना है, एंड R1 जो है उसका इंटरनल रेजिस्टेंस है। सो हम लोग जो है अननोन इंडक्टेंस को अक्रॉस टर्मिनल ए एंड बी के बीच में कनेक्ट कर देना। ओके, एंड अक्रॉस ए एंड बी वी आर कनेक्टिंग वन वेरिएबल रेजिस्टेंस, सॉरी वेरिएबल इंडक्टेंस and one variable resistance, and along the branch BD fixed resistance R3, and across the branch DCD fixed known resistance R4. Okay, and one galvanometer, or you can say one detector, is connected between terminal B and D. Okay. So first, we have to find out the impedance of each branch, or each arms. So first, what is the impedance of first arms? That means Z1 is equal to R1 plus J into omega L1. Any doubt? And Z2 is equal to R2 plus small r2 plus J into omega L. Z3 is equal to R3 and Z4 is equal to R4. Any doubt? Any doubt? For the measurement of self-inductance, Maxwell's inductance bridge यहाँ पे दिया हुआ है. So first we have to find out impedance of each arms. So we have to find out the impedance of each arms, that means Z1 is equal to R1 plus J omega L1 plus Z2 is equal to R2 plus J small r2 plus J omega L2, Z3 is equal to R3 and Z4 is equal to R4. Okay, so we have to find out unknown inductance L1 and its internal resistance R1 in terms of R2, R3, R4, L2. Okay, any doubt? So from the general expression of AC bridge at balanced condition, Z1 into Z4 is equal to Z2 into Z3. So we have simply multiplied Z1 into Z4 is equal to Z2 into Z3. That means Z1 is equal to R1 plus J omega L1 and Z4 is equal to R4 and Z2 is equal to R2 plus small r2 plus J omega L2 into R3. Okay, so if you expand the expression on the left hand side and right hand side, then in the left hand side R1 plus R2 plus J omega L1 R2 is equal to R2 plus R2 R3 divided by is plus J omega L2 plus small r2. Okay, so now if you are getting the real part and imaginary part, hello, then you can say that R1 into R4 is equal to R2 plus small r2 into R3 and omega L1 into R4 is equal to omega L2 into R3. Any doubt? So you can say that L1 is equal to R3 by R4 into L2, and unknown resistance of inductor L1, R1 is equal to R3 into R4 divided by R2 into R3. Any doubt? समझ में आया? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now we have to draw the phasor diagram of this bridge. Okay. So phasor diagram of this bridge. Suppose we have to draw the phasor diagram of this bridge. So you know, I1 current flowing through the branch 1, and same current is flowing through the branch 3. That means I1 is equal to R3, and I2 current flowing through the branch 2, and I2 current is flowing to the R4. So suppose that means hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So better you have to process to minimize for it. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So suppose that means I1 and I2 are in same phase, same line में है ना, same line में है. So suppose यहाँ पर कितना होगा? Suppose I1 into R1, ये तुम्हारा I1 into R1 वोल्टेज ड्रॉप है. Okay. And J into omega L1 into I1. That means ये तुम्हारा ये जो पोर्शन है ये दिख रहा है. So ये तुम्हारा हो गया I1 plus R1 plus J into I1 into omega L1. तो ये तुम्हारा ये हो गया I1 plus R1 plus J into I1 into omega L1. So यहाँ पर ये दोनों मिला के कौन सा वोल्टेज हो गया? E1. एनी डाउट? समझ में आया या नहीं आया? हेलो.
Sir, repeat.
देखो यहाँ पे I1 करंट फ्लो कर रहा है. सपोज ये I1 का लाइन है नीचे वाला, है ना. अगर हम लोग ओके, सो I1 इंटू R1 का जो वोल्टेज ड्रॉप होगा इसी लाइन में होगा. यस और नो?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
ओके. प्लस यहाँ पर और कितना वोल्टेज ड्रॉप हो रहा है? J into omega into J into I1 into omega L1. Yes or no? Voltage dropped across inductor. What is the impedance of inductor? J omega L1. Hello. So I1 into R1 plus J into omega L1 is equal to E1. Any problem? ये समझ में आया?
Yes, sir.
Now E1 is equal to E2. दोनों ये बराबर है at balance condition. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Now I1 and I2 एक ही फेज में है, एक ही साइड में है. तो यहाँ पर E1 is equal to क्या होगा? E3 is equal to क्या होगा? I1 into R3, and that is equal to I2 into R4. Any problem? ये दोनों E3 and E4 दोनों सेम होगा, ब्रिज बैलेंस होगा तो yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Now total applied voltage is equal to क्या होगा? Total applied voltage is equal to होगा E1 plus E2. Yes or no? Sorry, E1 plus E3. total applied voltage is equal to voltage, you can say E1 plus E3 or E2 plus E4. So E1 यहाँ पे है, E3 यहाँ पे है, जब दोनों को ऐड करेंगे तो ये तुम्हारा अप्लाइड वोल्टेज का फेजर डायग्राम आ जाएगा. एनी डाउट? एनी डाउट? हेलो, एनी डाउट?
No, sir.
Okay, so using Maxwell's inductance bridge, we can find the expression of unknown inductor L1 is equal to R3 by R4 into L2 and internal resistance of unknown inductor L1 is equal, that means is equal to R1 is equal to R4 into R3 by R4 is equal to into R2 plus R1. So for ये बताओ, what do you mean by internal resistance of L1? What is inductor? What is inductor? Hello? Inductor is one type of coil. Yes or no? Hello?
Yes, sir.
So coil means मतलब क्या हो गया, वहां पे एक कॉपर का वायर है. सो जो इंडक्टर होता है उसका अपना उसका एक इंटरनल रेजिस्टेंस भी होता है. दैट मीन्स यू कैन से दैट कि दैट मीन्स नॉन आइडियल इंडक्टर हैविंग अ इंडक्टर विद देयर इंटरनल रेजिस्टेंस. सो हमको जब इंडक्टेंस निकालना है, सो वी हैव टू फाइंड आउट इंडक्टेंस एज वेल एज द इंटरनल रेजिस्टेंस ऑफ the unknown resistance. Okay, any doubt? Any doubt? Hello? So using Maxwell's inductance bridge, we can measure the unknown inductor and their internal resistance in terms of other element, that means in terms of R2, R3 and R4 using the AC bridge. Any doubt?
Yes,
So,
sir. Phasor diagram.
फेजर डायग्राम फिर से समझा दें.
Yes, sir. वो जो सर वो I1 W और L1 is equal to I2 ओमेगा L2 कैसे लिखे सर?
ये वाला पोर्शन
Yes, sir.
I1
Yes.
ओमेगा L1 is equal to I2 ओमेगा L2 कैसे लिखें? हाँ, यहाँ पे देखो, ब्रिज बैलेंस कंडीशन होता है. सो इसका जो तुम्हारा क्या नाम है, यहाँ पर जो वोल्टेज ड्रॉप होगा इस इंडक्टर का, E1 is equal to E2, यस और नो? E1 is equal to E2 होगा कि नहीं होगा?
Yes, sir.
तो E1 is equal to क्या होगा?
E1 is equal to E2 होगा.
E2 होगा ना, तो E1 is equal to क्या होगा? I1 into R1 plus I1
Yes,
into J omega L1. Yes or no? Hello?
हाँ, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And E2 is equal to क्या होगा? I2 into R2
Yes, sir.
plus I2 into J omega L2.
Yes, sir.
So वहां पे अगर तुम इमेजिनरी पार्ट, यहाँ पे इमेजिनरी पार्ट क्या हो जाएगा? E1 का इमेजिनरी पार्ट क्या होगा? I1 into ओमेगा L1 और E2 का इमेजिनरी पार्ट क्या होगा?